Hello. Today we are having a first episode of our podcast. For this, we're having our CEO, Mr. Ehsan Alisha Gilani. There are some questions many people tend to have that either they should hire an agency or they should work on their idea themselves. What are your thoughts on it?
So the question that you asked from me is that if someone has an idea, either they should build this application themselves or they should go to an agency to build that application. So I will explain to you this with an example that uh, 3 months ago, a client reached out to me and they started that application themselves. I looked at that application and found that the database is poorly designed. Integrations are not done the way they should be, and the workflows in the application were not, the best practices were not followed in them. So after observation, we were in a conclusion that maybe we will have to start this application from scratch, because if we do smaller changes into the database, we cannot accommodate the scalability that we want to build in the application. Application was not having any privacy rules, so security was also compromised. Database was not properly designed so that it becomes scalable, like you can have millions of users on the platform. So we almost had to start it from scratch. So why did it happen? Because when you don't have a technical background and you are starting out with a technology like Bubble, Flutterflow, or similarly technologies, these technologies are those you can build any type of application in them. And that's why these platforms have become complex enough so that someone have to spend time to understand them. So someone who is starting today, he cannot be equivalent to someone who is building application for last 2 years. So someone who have built applications like more than like 10 applications, you cannot compare your expertise with them. So when you will start building application, you will have to spend a lot of time learning like how this works, and still, because there is no one to supervise your work, you will be making a lot of mistakes. So we have observed that most of the times clients are able to do the front end design, they forget the database, they forget the workflows, and even when we look at the front end design, that is not responsive enough. So this is what our observation is. My personal belief is that because I have also started some technical products that we build, my observation is that a founder should be focused on three things. The number one thing is to bring sales. So sales come with paid users on the platform. So the founder's focus should be on bringing sales and bringing paid users on the platform. That is the number one thing. Second is to bring processes in the company, like how a particular situation can be handled. So processes need to be built. The third thing is to have key people on key positions, like who will be doing the marketing part, who will be building the technical portion, like technical app, what agency I should be working on. So founders should be focused on these things. I know that when someone is starting out, they have limited resources. At that time, they can find a partner who can, a technical partner who have technical abilities. He can work with them, and then, they can launch the first version of the product. So my conclusion here about building an application is that even you can think about starting application yourself, no problem. But there should be an agency on back or an expert from that agency who is there. If you are going to make any mistake, they can look at that and they can, guide you like what approach you should be following. That is one thing. Second is that if at some point you want to speed up the development, that agency is going to be there to guide you, to help you in speeding up that development so that you can outsource some work to them. Okay, that is one thing. Second is that you can think about, if you have some finances available, you can think about hiring an agency full time. That will save you a lot of time. You will be able to focus on your sales, you will be able to focus on your people, and you will be able to build processes, because sales is the most difficult thing for a founder, for a CEO, for a founder. So they should be focused on that thing. So my recommendation would be that you cannot beat experience. So you should have a partnership with an agency who has experience building similar applications. So I will explain to you in another video that what things you should have in your mind while choosing an agency. Okay, so that will help you a lot in choosing the best agency which can deliver you the quality product that can be scalable, that can be secure for your users, and it can bring a lot of users on your platform.